You're about to meet some dorks. Now, that's literally what they call themselves, neurotic guitar dorks. With branding like that, we had to check them out. And what we found is that the other part of their branding is also right on key. Certified fixers and modifiers of top quality guitars. Our partner, Pete, himself a top quality musician, went to check them out.
You can actually plug it into an amp?
You want me to?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll get it in
right?
there. Make it sound
Make it sound like an actual
like
guitar.
it sounds like.
We are a full-service guitar repair shop. That's probably what we do, I'd say a solid 80% of the time. The rest of the time we're making beautiful things like these, where we make custom instruments.
Tell me a little bit about the guitars you make. You make acoustic guitars, electric guitars, a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything across the whole staff. Me personally, I am the Bridge Builder brand, so all these funky shaped and colorful ones are me. I was always very interested in the inner workings of the instruments I was playing. I was moderately good at playing them, but taking them apart felt like Legos when you're 13. And then I just became obsessed with having really good instruments, making them play the way I wanted them to.
The goal with Bridge Builders is to make extraordinarily well-built, exquisite instruments that are also very lightweight. So the white one over here was actually built for Eli Maiman of Walk the Moon. We've been doing work for those guys for, man, since before anybody knew who they were. End of 2019, Eli actually fell and broke his wrist, and they had to cancel a whole bunch of Walk the Moon gigs, and he was really upset, and I called him. I said, hey, why don't we just design a guitar? And he said, yeah, let's do it. So we sat at his dining room table, drew up this guitar. Eli's notes when we were building was he said he wanted it to look like an old pair of corduroys. So the straight grain of the zebra wood underneath it kind of gave it that corduroy vibe. We're just a bunch of guitar nerds, man. The guys who work for me, Tiernan and Jasper, do their own sort of custom stuff where Tiernan's always look like weird Klingon war weapons and Jasper's look like birdhouses.
My name's Tiernan. I've been working here since, 2019 is when I started, I think. And I came straight from luthier school in Nashville. And this one was really fun because I was like, you know what? We're gonna go all out with this. We're gonna try some new stuff. And this is the first one I ever tried doing light up side dots.
That is so cool.
So what is underneath this fingerboard, there's a channel that allows fiber optics to come up through and go into each side dot. With this switch, you can turn it on, and if you're ever on a dark stage, you'll still be able to see those dots.
Practical and elegant.
Yep.
This is where we do all the dirty stuff. A lot of the stuff that we'll do is based off of routing templates, hand templates. We do a lot of stuff in our CNC. When you start layering it and doing all your contours, you can see all these cool veneers come out. And I look at them now and it's like, oh, there's still 30 hours of time going on this thing before we can call it a guitar.
Needs a setup. It's really hot.
You know a guy?
Yeah, I know a guy. I know a guy. Yeah.
If they wanted to contact you for repairs or building a custom guitar, how do they get in touch with you?
JKennedyGuitars.com, our website. That's always the best way to get hold of us. The contact form's on there. Custom guitars, we're always happy to talk about. That's what we like doing.
And they sound best as a set, right?
Exactly.
Especially
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get one, you might as well get two, right?
Yeah.
Perfect number of guitars is just one more.
All right, Pete's here with us now. Pete, that looked like a lot of fun. I got to tell you, Wags in the studio has been known to play a guitar. I asked him if he had a question for you. He was so in awe, he had nothing. He had nothing.
Oh, geez.
So I will ask the question that I know is on his mind, and that is, how well known are these guys in local music circles?
They are actually really well known in those circles. Now, they talked about how they made that guitar for Eli in the band Walk the Moon, of course, from right here in Ohio. And actually, the Jay Kennedy there, Justin, was in a band back in high school with him. So they've been friends for a long time. Bootsy Collins in town has sent some of his basses over for repair, so they're really well known in the business. And you could see, I mean, just the artisanship, the craftsmanship of these guitars are really incredible, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
for
really
real.
are. You know what? I hear that people say, whatever your passion is, make it into your job and your career. They seem to do that. How do they make that decision that they're going to spend their life repairing and modifying and creating guitars?
I know the way Justin told it to me was they broke a lot of stuff. He said he was sort of a medium level player, he described himself, and he loved figuring out those inner workings of it and then creating these beautiful instruments. And you saw on the headstock there of the guitar, I mean, they really do call themselves Neurotic Guitar Dorks in Ohio. It says right there on the guitar. So they're into the playability of the instruments, but also the artistry of them as well.
Well, and they do quite well with both, apparently, Pete. Thanks so much for sharing this story with us.